a very warm welcome to you all, wherever you are, to today's edition, episode number 7 of CORFUHOLICS Road Trip Through Paradise, broadcasting to you live from our mobile micro streaming studio here on the beautiful island of Corfu in a very sunny Greece. And it's a full interactive travel show, broadcasting to you not only on Facebook Live, but also on the website www.kerkera.live, and of course on YouTube and Vimeo.com, with links on Twitter and Twitter's Periscope. And if you like what you see and hear, please like us, or indeed follow us if you're watching on Facebook, and that way you get heads up of all our future broadcasts. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. As always, I'm very lucky to have the help and assistance of our wonderful producer, Claire Haas, who will be answering all your comments on Facebook Live Messenger. And, of course, no show would be quite complete without the one and only Thomas Haas. Hello, Thomas. How are you today?
One and only. Nice.
Well, that is true. It is true.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Here we are with episode 7 of CORFUHOLICS, the road trip through paradise. And we are really chilled. We are so happy. Today's episode is coming straight from the beautiful Casa Lucia. And that's not far outside town. So it's it's on the way to Paleo Kastritsa, isn't it?
It's on the main Paleo Kastritsa road, coming out of Corfu town, just north of Zavru Crossroads, past the famous bakery of Emerald. It's about 11 kilometres from Corfu town, and I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, it is the most superb of places. It's a perfect rustic rural retreat. I don't think you could find better. It really is a patch of paradise, isn't it, Thomas?
Oh yeah, it is. And as you know, we always, on each location we're doing a little bit of a clip to show you how this beautiful location looks like and what you can look forward to if you should decide or lucky enough to book one of these fantastic places. But guys, as always, if you have anything to say, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Write in now live while we're on air, or send us an email to corfuholics@kerkera.live, and we do our utmost best to answer your question while we're on air. And yeah, but without further ado, I let you in where we are, and here we are.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a view, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Those buildings you see there in your photograph are genuine Venetian buildings that were lovingly restored a few years ago, and they really do complement this absolutely superb location.
Oh, it does, and here, look at that, and that's the swimming pool at the location. But as I said, we have a video for you in store what shows you much, much more about this beautiful location. But before we go, here, there's many of you commenting again. Thank you for writing in. Thank you for taking part, guys. So here, Margaret Johnson. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry to hear your news, Claire and Thomas. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you very much. Yes, a little bit of bad news yesterday because our beloved dog Lucky we had to let her go. As simple as that. She phoned very ill in the last 2 weeks, and sadly there was nothing we could do. But thank you all for the great wishes you sent over, guys. That's brilliant. Elaine is saying the suspense is building. Hello to everybody from my garden in Derby Green.
Great. Hello, Elaine. Welcome aboard. And Margaret too.
It's fantastic. Richard Zebedee is here and saying, hi Thomas and Claire and Adrian. How are you today? We are great, man. We in paradise, and we are so lucky and privileged to be here. Totally. It's fantastic.
It's one of the best places, especially when you want to soak up that tranquility and all the beauty that this island has to offer.
Yeah, and Margaret Johnston is writing in warm but overcast in Kent.
Okay.
Well, as long as it's warm,
exactly.
It's all right, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's all what it needs, a little bit of warmth, and we are happy. A little bit overcast, but we had this yesterday. And when you saw on Facebook the pictures of Cliffada Beach, there was some fog coming in the afternoon.
That's right, yes.
That was so strange to see, but this is one of these miracles here. This natural phenomenon. Here on this beautiful island of Corfu. It's great. It's fantastic.
Well, actually, you say that. Thank you for reminding me. Yesterday at Halicunas, I couldn't see the sea, let alone the clouds and the yonder distance where Italy should be. It was all a white blanket, Thomas, would you believe?
I know.
Very strange.
It really looks strange. Reminds me on this movie Fog.
Yes, that's a good one.
You know what? The same thing. It came in, and John Carpenter. carpenter. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
definitely. Here, Armin Reuter from Germany is saying, "Good evening, everybody." Armin, thank you so much for your pictures.
Yes,
they're gonna come up very, very soon. Armin sent us a couple. He was looking through.
They're absolute cracking photographs,
They're
and
beautiful,
they complement
aren't they?
the show perfectly. So thank you so much,
So Armin, thank you. But you know, he went through 10 years of pictures to choose just a few to send us over.
Well, I tell you
what.
what,
I thought not to use everything.
No.
Now, you know, let's spread that a little bit.
Well, the two today that have been chosen are absolutely perfectly fitting for this particular broadcast.
Yeah, definitely. Here,
Splendid effort.
Yeah, now we're gonna show that very, very soon. And Richard Zebedee is saying it is nice in Bournemouth, up to 33 on Friday in Bournemouth. So the weather
That's a hottie.
It's a hottie, but here it's much, much hotter. And if you wanna see the weather we have here at the moment, let me update you quickly. We got a cool 32 degrees.
Cool. Yeah, if you say so.
Wind is a southerly one with 5 miles per hour. Humidity is 55%. Visibility of 9.7 kilometers. UV index is 2. And the beautiful sunset here on this beautiful island of Corfu gonna be 9 minutes to 9. So we're gonna be on air when this is going to happen.
Absolutely. Good set of figures, though, there, Thomas.
Oh, great. Loving it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. There's much more coming in. It's brilliant. Margaret Johnson said, "I'm liking the music." So that's a
good one.
Lorraine Smith from Portsmouth is saying, "Happy Monday to you all."
Happy Monday, Lorraine.
Julie came, "Hi, guys. Hope you're all well. Thanks." Yes,
cheers,
we
Julie.
Great. Here's Anthony van der Krank. Hello, CORFUHOLICS. Hello, Anthony.
Your ears must have been burning because we were actually talking about you just a few minutes before we went on air to a fantastic Dutch couple called Robert and Jolandi. And we were saying how a wonderful Dutch chappie called Anthony, your good self, gave us this wonderful name, CORFUHOLICS. So we're all good friends with the Dutch people.
Yeah, and here I'm just over to the pool. I mean, that pool is so inviting. You have to excuse when I jump in there after the show. I tell you that.
Okay, I'll understand where you've gone, for sure. Yes.
It's great. Steve Bowers, hi everyone. Just had a lovely lunch at Mezza Volta in Benitez.
Fantastic.
Went to Stavros before that to see my old friend Costas in his taverne, Taverna Walker's Point on the trail. Well worth a visit.
Yes, that's the famous Corfu Trail, isn't it?
Yeah, the Corfu Trail
and
goes
I know
up
that
there.
gentleman,
And Costas Taverna,
we know him.
Yeah,
actually,
we know
Steve.
him. We sat here.
Yes.
Because funny enough, he worked for the BBC. Do you know that?
Yes, I think you told me that. Yes, I do remember that vaguely. Hello, Steve, and hello, Sue. Great to have you on board.
And Armin is saying, lovely place where you are today. Reminds me of St. George Bay in Acharavi, a bit building-wise. Yeah, I'm not surprised there. Yes, there is a few things what look similar. But, I mean, that resort here is superb.
It is absolutely amazingly beautiful. It's stunning, quite frankly. It's a collection of small little cottages, if you like. Apartments is not quite the right word, but they're all dotted about the place. It's about 7,000 square metres, this area we're in now, and there's another 4,000 square metres further on up the road.
So, it's great. It's a fantastic premises.
It's just brilliant, Thomas.
And for holidays, how the little cottages are split apart.
Exactly.
And also on the swimming pool here, guys, each cottage got its own seating area with the table, with the gazebo on top. It's great. It's really fantastic.
They have self-catering apartments, but there is a communal kitchen and a communal eating area, which I think is a lovely touch.
I think so. Here a message from Cassie Duckworth. He's saying it's not fog, it's humidity.
Okay, Kathy.
It looked like fog.
It was
well
be
really,
humidity.
But now it's definitely humidity, of course. But Eddie Sauce is saying, "Hi guys from Ireland. I miss so much Halikunas and Mesongi." Yeah, I'm with you there. That's fantastic places.
Halikunas, I absolutely adore. Welcome aboard, Eddie.
Hey, and Lavinia Psaras, Winnie saying, "I recognize that. My home from home.
Yes.
Both my children learned to swim in that pool many years ago.
How wonderful.
Love to you all, and of course to all at Casa Lucia."
Thank you, Vinny. We'll pass on your good wishes. The lady here, the proprietoress, called Val Osborne, she is absolutely fantastic, and she has been a superb hostess for us, along with her daughter, Zoe, who run this wonderful establishment here.
Yeah,
Not to forget, of course, the fabulous gardener, Dimitri, who has worked so hard to keep these gardens absolutely
the garden is
splendid.
fantastic.
Oh,
it's
it is.
really great.
I think it should enter, if there is such a competition, for Corfu Gardens of the Year. I reckon it would get a podium place, don't you?
I think so.
Yes.
It's beautiful, and you can see that. I'm going to show this clip in a minute. Just let me finish with a couple of comments here. Great, guys. You're sending a lot of comments in. Mike Bishki is saying, hello from Corfu Rock School.
Oh, that sounds good.
We had to postpone this summer, but we'll be back stronger in 2020.
2021.
2021, yeah, great.
We lost a year there.
I lost a year there. See, I mean,
we haven't got a time machine, honestly. No.
No, we wish.
We wish, exactly.
We wish, we definitely
wish. Quite handy, wouldn't it?
But thanks, guys, for writing in and commenting. If there's anything you would like to know about this beautiful island of Corfu, don't hesitate. Come and comment now, here live, or send us an email to
inbox@studiokerkra.com.
Got you there. No, CORFUHOLICS at kerkira.live.
Okay. But yeah, all right, you win. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, okay.
But you can use both email addresses. That's
exactly.
not a problem at all. We're going to keep an eye on them constantly. But hey, let us update you with a little bit of news here on Corfu. A couple of people were writing in emails and said, okay, what's now the figure with COVID cases here on Corfu? And at the moment, as it stands, we got 31 confirmed cases.
Right.
Yesterday, they were coming in and done, another one. And that's the restrictions, what they put in place. And let me call this up for you here. Since the 1st of August, further extensions to COVID protection measures are started on the 1st. And from the 1st until the 31st of August, masks must be worn in all enclosed spaces, including places of worship, but excluding dining areas. The exceptions are for children. There's exceptions are for children under the age of 3 and people with respiratory problems. Then we have from Monday the 3rd, so this is today, until Sunday the 9th of August, standing customers will not be permitted in bars, clubs, live music venues, etc. No, the ban on festivals and events is extended until the 31st of August, as are social distancing regulations and the protection measures currently in place for pleasure boats and tourist trips. So that's all the same, but it's just all the festivals and events are not going to happen, and that's really sad.
It's very sad, Thomas, because they love their festivals here and they don't half do a good one, don't they?
I know, but this is so, it's a part of Corfu to have the panieres in the summer, you know, the dancing, the food, I mean, the lamb, exactly, I mean, the lucumades and all the stuff.
Oh, now you're talking about food, stop it.
But you know what, but the other one, what is very magnificent, is from the 1st to the 15th of August, it is strongly recommended to wear a mask outdoors. So
most definitely, if you'll find yourself in a pavement and it's full of people coming towards you, I'd absolutely whip your mask out. The key thing to remember when you're outdoors is social distancing, and if that's not possible, whip your mask out. Make sure you always have a spare one with you, please.
Yes, definitely. So don't relax in this situation. Man, we had no cases here before the holiday season started. Now the holiday season is just 3.5 weeks now on, and we got 31 cases. What is confirmed? I mean, we really try to get more information out for you, but at the moment it's coming so slow. It's not only us who has this problem now to obtaining from the press office here in Corfu the information we need to deliver to you. It's also all the other news organizations here on the island are really, really struggling. And Emergency put an article out explaining to people we really try very, very hard to get up-to-date information, but somehow the information delivery is very, very slow. But what got confirmed definitely is 31 cases. 2 of them are in the ICU here in Kerkira, also Corfu Hospital.
Right, yes, thank you for those figures, Thomas. Just for those that keep an eye on these rolling totals, if you want to know today, the official figures from Greece, total number of cases are now standing at 4,662 with 208 deaths. So that's an increase of 2 deaths since Friday and 185 increased cases since Friday as well. Here's the strange bit though, we're still on that same figure of 1464 for recovered cases. Now I have to remind everybody that figure has been the same for like 3 months.
So I think so.
At
3
least,
months.
Thomas. I keep an eye on it, and it hasn't
So
moved.
it's the EODY. This is the official government website, the Health Ministry who has it open. This is eody.gr, and that's where we should get all our information. But I looked onto that one, and that's not really updated either.
Well, it can't be, can it? Because I can't believe that no one's recovered since, say, 2 weeks ago. I just don't believe that. This figure, as I say, has been the same for more than 2 months, that's for sure.
Definitely so. We got cases, we have deaths, but nobody recovered. Why this is coming? And that's what the NMRC, the newspaper here, said. We can't get our hands on the data. It's so hard to get the data, to get the truth out of the government at the moment, especially on local line. I don't want to go into that because it's not nice to start talking about people the wrong way. But you know what? They have to put their act together now.
Yes.
That is when the information starts slowing down, everybody realizes, okay, something is wrong, something is going on here, and or something is going on, and that's what the NMRC said. But they gonna look in and they pushing very, very hard. So as soon as they know something, we gonna look. As soon as we know something, we gonna let you know. But at the moment, everything seems to be okay and safe. They do this tracing very, very quick. As soon as there's a case positive on the island, they put a track and trace in position. And the guys are very good. So far, they've done a fantastic job.
Brilliant. Just to give you an idea how bad it is in the world as a whole, currently there are 18,244,891,000 cases with 692,426 deaths, compared with the United Kingdom, for instance, which currently has 344,142 cases and 46,528 sad fatalities. The UK has got 67,207 recovered cases, which also strikes me as being rather a low figure out of the total number of cases of 344,000+. So I don't know whether you can believe any figures from anywhere. We use the figures that I give you because constantly we've used the same source of information. That's COVID.live. Website.
It's on there, it's the government website where it's on there, and someone like Anime Rossi or Kira Simmerer, they trying really hard, and they gonna publish these figures constantly. We in contact with them, and we gonna let you know as soon as we know what's going on. But that's all confirmed at the moment. There's no panic, so carry on with the holiday. Just keep this social distancing in mind a little bit. So let me go over. Our cameraman Jay is just panning around a little bit so you can see this beautiful area. It's fantastic. I love the whole thing here, how they were building that up and how they renovated, how they care about that. It's unbelievable.
It is indeed. It's the most perfect place for recovery. If you've had some illness, for instance, I can let you into a little story. A friend of mine came here after a major operation in 2016, and he swears to this day that it was his stay at this Casa Lucia wonderful rural retreat that put him on the road to recovery. It's also perfect for families, ideal for small children, I think. There's even bicycles lurking around that you can just pick up and cycle around this fantastic island. It's off a main road, but you would never know the main road was at the bottom of the hill because it's really peaceful and tranquil. Of course, apart from the odd wood pigeon and noisy cockerel, of course. We always have them around, don't we? There's always a cockerel.
That one. That's all part of the holiday. That's all part of the Corfu experience.
It'd be strange if you didn't have any sounds, of course. These are rural and rustic sounds, and just how we like it. But it is such a relaxing place. It's like a rural idyll, quite frankly. Yeah. And frankly, you wouldn't know it existed. You wouldn't. You just drive past it. It's Casa Lucia. The signs are posted off the main road from north of Zavru Crossroads.
And here on the bottom you can see the web address of Casa Lucia Corfu. And if you log on there or go to Facebook and type in Casa Lucia, you can find the Facebook page, and you can get much more information. Here Anthony is asking, we heard that the hotels only have 25% of the staff compared of last year, and the rest of them is unemployed staff. At the airport, lot of fast complaining about the service and food in terrible at the hotels. I haven't heard that, to be honest. I had not one complaint. Does they have less staff? Of course, because they can't take as many holidaymakers in to the resorts as they used to. So the occupancy is only, 50 or 60%? They can't do more. They're not allowed more. So from the staff, only 25%. Yeah, it's but from the airport, I know exactly what he's talking about. Because they demonstrating on the airport.
Oh, right. Okay.
So all the gastronomy workers, tourist workers started demonstrating on the airport. And there was a big discussion going on from people and saying, but it's not nice. You come on your holiday and the first thing you see is them demonstrating because of the jobs. When there is no more jobs here, the government restricted how many people you can have in your establishment. They cannot take more. So driving with the same amount of employees is impossible for them. They don't know how they survive anyway. So they need to do a minimum of 50% what they done last year to survive. And we heard that from so many business people on the island.
We have indeed, yes. Fortunately, we've also heard that from some of those very same people that currently, so far, it's above 50%, so that's good for them. But we should also point out that quite a lot of the large hotels here are closed for this summer season 2020.
And this, it's Thomas. The Miko is asking, what part of the island are these? The latest what was here was a Dutch family in Cassiope.
Right, yes.
So the husband tested positive, and the whole family is now in one of the quarantine hotels waiting for further tests. So this was the last one was in Cassiope up in the north. But it was a couple up in the north and central and south. I'm not sure at all. See, this is the lack of information we're getting. You don't know what area. That with the Dutch couple, that area broke because they were on holiday in Cassiope. Yeah. So and the press found that one out. But all the other information, you're not getting that.
No.
That's a problem. They're not feeding that through.
No, they're not.
So Elaine is saying, I can understand how they come up with any of these figures. No, I can't understand how they come up with any of these figures.
Point,
it's not as tough. Everybody can get a test. So who knows what the real picture is?
Exactly.
Common sense and respect must be exercised by everybody wherever they are. And that's spot on.
Totally agree, Elaine. Absolutely. And social distancing, washing your hands and face masks wherever you enter into a small enclosed space or any shops or any retail establishment. In fact, any establishment. If it's outdoors, please put your mask on. And if you feel threatened outdoors, lots of people around, just put your mask on then as well.
Yeah. Thomas is roughly in the middle of the island. Yes, we are.
Central Corfu, 11 kilometres north of Corfu town, so the good lady Val told me earlier on.
And here Elaine is saying, remember going to some really good Christmas craft fairs at Casa Lucia. It was a few years ago though. So I don't know, I think they're doing still a lot. And the one thing is that Casa Lucia is open all year. You can book yourself in here all year. So guys, you know what, before we get on, should I show the video of Casa Lucia?
Why not?
I think that makes sense. Guys, have a little bit of a look what's now on. We shot that video earlier, and that gives you a little bit of the view, an idea how beautiful this place is.
Wow, isn't that beautiful, Thomas?
Ah, fantastic, isn't it, man?
Yes, it
That's
is.
a resort. It's unbelievable.
It is, and the tagline, you may be not surprised to know, is an island within an island. And I think that's so apt, because it really does
is,
feel
isn't
like
it?
an island of green and beautiful coloured flowers, and it's just so relaxing and peaceful here.
It's a beautiful resort. It's a beautiful, can I say resort? How can you say?
Well, I see more of it as a rural retreat myself, with restorative powers. I think anyone who's suffering from any sort of illness can come here. It's a wonderful place to convalesce, or else bring the family. Marvellous place for small children as well. It has a feeling of safety here as well, I've got to say.
No, definitely. It is something, just so calming. I've done this work today. We're here nearly all day. And I feel really relaxed, really different
So
to
do
other.
I,
It's totally,
Yeah.
It's like we re-energized ourselves now. It's brilliant.
Yes, I agree. The gardens are festooned with so many different types of vegetation. There are olive trees here, cypress, Judas trees, quince trees, would you believe? Roses, bougainvillea, geraniums, citrus, peach, figs, apricots, begonias, jasmine, vines, and of course lavender and rosemary all around the place, which is superb.
Yeah, and here our cameraman is just panning around a little bit so you can see that beautiful area. It's great. Malavinia is writing, I'm so chuffed you are at the hidden gem of Kerkira.
Oh, you're so true there, Vinny. Yeah, absolutely.
Such a special place with so many interesting events going on. Well is a very special person.
Yes.
I'm biased as has been my friend for years and years.
Well, you know what? They're both very lucky to have each other because they're both fantastic ladies.
Oh, great. And she said she has helped me through my recent illness with superb kindness, thoughtfulness, and practical help. And cooking for me Sunday lunch for a month on end. Wow. Anastasia is a complete gem, and so Miss Colleen is in keeping everything up and together. So we will remember the carnival party we first met some 40 years ago. She was dressed as a red Indian.
Wow. Right, that sounds good.
Oh, that's great. Margaret Johnson, that looks lovely. No, it's a fantastic place. So for holidays, it's something very, very special to go.
Absolutely. Val herself has been on this wonderful island since 1977. Casa Lucia has been in existence in roughly its present form, as you see today, since 1981.
Yeah, and Julie Kemp is saying, I want to retire there. So it's all possible. It's all possible. Why not? They're renting all year long and also for long term. So it's not a problem just to come over here and spend a little bit of time. It's a fantastic area.
But Vinny was exactly bang on right what she said there about this hidden gem of Corfu. It certainly is.
Yeah, and Armin Reuter is saying that's really nice. Might be considering this place for our September holiday on Corfu. Excellent. Why not? You got the web address here on the bottom. Take that and dial that website on. Have a little bit of a look. They got all the information on there what you need, and you got a little bit more information here too. Yeah.
Yes, we have. You keep hearing that they do regular events. They certainly do. They also do a good line in Tai Chi, yoga, something called Qigong, which I'm not absolutely certain what that is.
A what?
Yes, exactly. Qigong. That's Qigong. So for the uninitiated like myself, if there's anyone out there in CORFUHOLICS land, please write and let us know what that is. Pardon my ignorance. And something else that they practice here called Ensoma, which I think is run by Val's daughter Zoe. And this is all about the relationship between the cell and the body. And the whole idea is to embody wisdom through dance, touch, sound, and healing.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
It does. Massages and beauty treatments and alternative therapies are the order of the day here, and it's very much appealed to everyone. They're very internationally minded here at Casa Lucia, so all are welcome.
So, yeah, definitely. They really, really great hosts.
Fantastic.
It's brilliant. No, guys, but, I think there's another clip coming up. We have to come back here and get a little bit deeper into everything they offer here. You know what you just said? What is this?
Key Kong. I probably mispronounced that terribly wrong, but it's
probably
Qigong. Yes, knowing me, I definitely have. So all you Corfuholics who are damn sight more intelligent than I am, please put me right. Put me on the straight and narrow, as it were. But yes, Thomas, you couldn't have said a better thing. I would love to return to this place and, as you say, get a little bit deeper under the skin.
Exactly. Look a little bit further in. Take part in all this, the things they offer here. And even this Key Kong as example, that would be interesting just to find out. But it's all. Yes. But you can feel that the atmosphere, you can feel the aura here. It's completely different.
Oh, absolutely. They even have, I shouldn't say this, but why not? They have a composting toilet and an outdoor shower, which is all perfectly private and absolutely wonderful. And a fabulous tree house, by the way. Don't forget the tree house. And the pond. Shame we didn't see any frogs or newts. Did you see any? No. In that video you took?
No, nothing. But here Armin is saying this Qigong.
Thank you.
Is that what some think looks like slow-moving Kung Fu? No. That's something different. This is Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, they do that.
That's Tai Chi, and I think they do that here too.
Yes, they do. And yoga, and Ensoma, and this Qi Gong.
Qigong. Anthony is, because we're getting this, but Anthony is saying Qigong is a self-training method that uses the mind, the body with posture and movements. Okay, so now you know.
Do you know what? I think I need a bit of Qi Gong myself. My posture's
you
not
need
that
definitely
good.
movement, mate.
Oi. I can move when I want to, especially when there's a coffee waiting for me.
So to get you to exercise, I have to put the coffee shop further away and let you walk.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, that's about right, isn't it? But there is something in the air here that we can't quite put into words. But when you come to this wonderful place, you'll know what we're talking about.
Oh, you definitely know what we're talking about. It's what great, it's what pleasure and a great honor for us to be here, spend the whole day and absorb this environment of Casa Lucia. Talking with Val a little bit. So they are open all year. So and that's what we're saying. We're saying it for 3 years.
For sure, yes.
No, winter tourism is totally plausible for Corfu. There's nobody starts taking that serious, especially now in the times like that. We got this COVID, we got these problems. The holiday seasons shrunk down immensely. So somewhere they have to find another income potential for the island. But it is here. It's not hidden.
No.
It smacks you straight in the face.
Absolutely.
And winter tourism is viable, of course. January, February, it's a little bit rainy. You can't go swimming necessarily. But for a culture trip is great.
I have to say.
Yes. Some people and local people, they go every day of the year swimming.
They do, yes.
Yeah, it's quite thing. But to come and educate a little bit yourself, it's totally possible here.
Absolutely.
And especially in the winter when you go in now, October, November, December. I love this time here on Corfu, especially before Christmas, when all the philharmonicas come out, when all the concerts are happening, when the Greeks have their holiday and start letting their hair down.
They know how to party, don't they?
They know how to party. They know how to get things done. Yes. But it's a complete different atmosphere, and you can absorb that. I mean, we walked through in the spring Corfu town, and how beautiful. But it's the sounds, it's the music, what comes from everywhere.
For sure, yes, absolutely.
It's all the different philharmonicas rehearsing nearly at the same time. So you turn a corner within the old town of Corfu, and you hear a little bit, Manzaros playing.
Absolutely, yes. It was breathtaking.
It's breathtaking.
It really was. Absolutely, yes. And they call it the Musical Island, along with other descriptions. It's got so many descriptions, like the Green Isle, for instance. We call it the Magic Isle.
We call it the Magic Isle.
It's all of it. All of it in one.
It's 23 philharmonic orchestras on this island, man. It's crazy. And the size of each is between 20 and 50.
Yes, that's right. And they're passionate about free musical education, which actually was started quite a long time ago by the man himself, Nikolaos Mantzaros, who passionately believed in free musical education. Even though he could have charged quite a lot for his musical services, he absolutely refused to charge, and he'd rather be considered as an amateur rather than a paid professional. That was his mantra. We were, as you probably know, regular viewers to Studio Kirkora, we were in the middle of making you a fabulous documentary about the man himself and the Mantzaros Philharmonic, but unfortunately we had to stop because of COVID-19. However, we shall return. We shall resurrect the project when we can.
Oh, we definitely gonna resurrect this project. I mean, we done a lot of the filming already, and it was just the last 2 days of filming left when we all of a sudden got the bad news. Hey guys, lockdown is happening. You have to stop filming. We have to close the Mantzaros Philharmonic Society now. And it was strange. It was really strange.
Sad,
and a sad day.
Yes, it was, Thomas. And it was a shock. It came on very quickly to us.
The confusion by everybody. When you saw this, nobody knew, okay, what's going on? What is happening now? Why do we have to stop until they relate the news to them? It took a while. It was really a day, you don't want to hear that.
No. Between the 8th and the 15th, and that first week after Monday the 16th, the lockdown began. And in that first few days of lockdown, proper lockdown here, we were very concerned because we didn't know which way it was going to go. And then they developed this rather clever text system, didn't they?
Yeah, the text system was brilliant. This text system was excellent, and this text system worked.
It did, Thomas. Absolutely.
It was civilized. People kept to everything.
Yes,
but now with the masks, it seems like people are trying not to wear them, and I don't understand that.
No, I had to call, I told you this on Friday's broadcast from the beautiful fishing village of Petriti. I had to call some shoppers out in a supermarket in Moretica because they just stormed in a very arrogant way without wearing any masks. No thought for the shop staff, no thought for any of the few customers because they are practicing social distancing in that particular supermarket. So I'm afraid, Thomas, I had to say a few words, but of course they totally ignored me. However, the jolly good shopkeeper sent one of his daughters to remind them to mask up. And of course they did. They just had them in their back pocket, they just couldn't be bothered to put them on. But it is a legal requirement. You will be faced with a €150 fine, and the poor shopkeeper will get a fine 10 times that.
10 times that,
Very nasty for the shopkeepers.
It's not nice for the shopkeepers at all. And the guys are really doing such a fantastic job. They try to keep everything clean. They try to keep restocked so you don't have to worry there's not enough food or enough drinks there. The guys are really glued up in their job. So please respect them, because you're not the only one who make holiday here. You might be here for a week and then you go and you leave this aftermath behind. That's not the ideal way of doing that. So please keep to the restrictions. Here, Julie came quickly saying, I absolutely come to Corfu during the winter, but no direct flights from Scotland, unfortunately.
That is true,
but
Jenny.
that's true for the UK too, but you can fly for good price to Athens, and from Athens the connection flight to Corfu. And you done that, I done that, and it works fine. It's a fantastic flight.
It does. Aegean operate out of Heathrow, certainly during the winter months, and the transfer at Athens Airport is no biggie, really. The wonderful flight from Athens Airport to Kapodistrias Airport here in Corfu is absolutely wonderful. It's only about 45-50 minutes, and it is spectacular scenery if you're lucky enough to look out the window.
Oh yeah, this is great scenery. Now I love it, and this is no hassle. As you said, Athens Airport, you maybe wait an hour and a half or two. That's maximum, and you have the connection flight to Corfu. But one thing I tell you, it's well worth doing that, because having lived here now throughout the winter doing Corfu, it's magic. It's crazy. It's like a second spring coming after the first rain in October.
Yes, well, they have 2 springs here.
They have 2 springs, and that's the thing. And then November, you see everything blooming again. It's incredible. I know, it's papa. The Greeks say.
It really is the most beautiful island. You can now see why Gerald Durrell, the naturalist, and very famous he was too, you can see why he was so captivated by this island. It must have kept him incredibly incredibly busy all the years that he was here because there's so much flora and fauna to catalogue.
I know.
But basically just to sit back and enjoy. And the other thing, do you know the thing that struck me when I first arrived here and we strolled around the gardens earlier this morning, Thomas, was the sheer array of wonderful, intoxicating aromas. It wasn't just lavender and rosemary, two of my favourite girls, by the way, but there was also jasmine in the air, so many fragrances, and it just fills you with such joy and wonder. And that's probably why we're feeling really lovely, relaxed here.
I know, it's totally relaxed.
It is special, isn't it?
It is special, but that's how this island, this is how the Greeks say, especially the guy with the fruit stand up the hill here next, das here, when you ask him, special.
Absolutely, yes. Or else it's the best.
Best.
Whichever you want to say, it's all wonderful here.
It is. And here a quick shout out before I forget. I got reminded today one of our followers. So we gonna wish all the best luck for her operation, her surgery tomorrow, Tuesday the 4th of August, to Pauline Warrender. So Pauline is going into surgery tomorrow. We're gonna be thinking of you, of course, and we wish you all the best and a speedy recovery, because she is also a true 100% Corfuholic.
Nice one, as we all
That's
are.
Great.
Good one, Paula. Good luck with your operation. In that film, Thomas, you were busy filming what may have appeared a set of stones, but actually that made
That's
up
great,
Yes, it made up a labyrinth, didn't it? Almost like
it's
a maze.
It's a labyrinth, it's a little maze going on there. Yes. And when you go, but you know what? I walked it with the camera.
Right, yes.
Today,
you
but
did.
I saw you
do
the footage. I just wanted to walk it. And you know what it does?
No, go on, tell me.
It just calms you down. It just slows you down that little bit.
We like a bit of slow.
And that's so great, where you just can get lost. I know it's not big, but it doesn't have to be big. If you just follow in the footsteps around and just let go and just follow nicely into the center. It's great. It's nice. I think it's beautiful. It's an experience. It's beautiful.
It's unique as well. It's been in place for about 10 years, and it was created by some lovely Dutch visitors, would you believe?
Yes, they did. And even that painting there on the wall, that was also done.
Margarita, we think she's from Holland, but she could be from Belgium, so let's say she's Flemish. Do excuse me, Margarita, but we liked your mural on the wall. Apparently it's symbolising the woman, the female, and it came to her in a dream, and the minute she woke up, she just had to paint what she dreamt. The good lady Val was telling us that the 7 stars are included there, butterflies and flowers, of course. And it's really quite interesting, I thought, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. And I loved it. I thought it's really good. And that's, then, when somebody has a dream like that while on holiday, there you see, that holiday is working. You relaxing, you chilling, your mind is going, and you re-energize.
Yes.
And that's what this place is about.
Exactly. Energizing and regenerating. That's how I feel about it. I absolutely do feel from my afternoon and day here, actually, slightly regenerated.
Totally.
Frankly.
I mean,
Marvelous.
I think it's also a great place if you say, okay, you know what, I have to make a big change in my life.
Yes.
I have to change the way I live. Change the way what I do. I have to start over. I think that's a great place to come and ask for help.
Absolutely, Thomas. I couldn't agree more with you. And we know it's worked for one of our friends, and we've just heard from Lavinia as well. So there's two that have benefited from the magic of Casa Lucia.
And that's the way you should do it. But I love that, just the fact, that you say, okay, I have to change my life, I have to change the way I live. But where should I start? I think it's a great place to come to. It's a great place to talk with the people here with Val and the others and start, I think it gets your spirit, it gets your grey cells moving for thinking.
Yes.
And, and with relaxed chats, especially in an atmosphere like this, you never know what's happening in the end. So it could really help you to turn your life around.
Absolutely. I remember talking to our studio friend Anthony McGowan, the award-winning famous author, who we featured, How to Teach Philosophy to Your Dog, but the award-winning author just recently from the Carnegie Institute, I do believe, children's stories. He won that. But he was saying to us earlier on, a few months ago, he was struggling to find an ideal place for a writer's retreat. Well, I don't know about you, Thomas, but
Oh,
I
that's
personally would
perfect.
recommend Casa Lucia.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally. I mean, one of your friends, Marcus,
That's the
been
one,
here
yes.
when he writes his book, and he loves that place.
He does. Warped Rulers, in case you're wondering, all about crazy people who ruled Europe through the centuries. And there's a few crazies in there, I can tell you. Beautifully written, with love, an incredible amount of information from an extraordinarily large historical brain that Marcus has.
Oh yes, he does, definitely.
And there's the dog, the resident dog, who was a stray that's just going
Oh,
past
bless him.
saying hello to us. Yes, I noticed he had a good spot earlier on in the midday sunshine. He found the nice shady spot, didn't he?
It's a dog's life, isn't it?
Yes, very good. Yes,
What it is.
yes.
But Elaine, let me come back when we spoke about winter tourism here on Corfu. Elaine said it's also possible to fly into Thessaloniki in the winter and then take a connection flight or even the bus as far as Igoumenitsa.
Good
The
one.
scenery en route is interesting, is fabulous. And I agree with her. That's traveling. You know, half of the holiday, in my eyes, is when you travel there and back.
Yes, absolutely.
That's when your holiday
Of
starts,
course,
when
yeah.
you travel. It's the adventure. That's where the adventure is beginning. It's not when you arrive and you're in your hotel room or in your villa or in your apartment. No, it's not when the holiday starts. The holiday starts when you step out of your front door, lock your door and walk away. That's when your holiday should start. And you should cherish every minute. So the travel to and from the destination is very important.
Absolutely. It's a part of the journey, isn't
It's
it?
totally, and this
Yes.
can be an adventure. And I think, just to try that, what is it? We are all so comfortable nowadays, Step into one aeroplane, I want to step out on the other end.
Yeah.
Why? When you take back 4 or 5 decades ago, what was the biggest means to go? The train.
Yes, it was. Or
And
bus,
what
coach.
or a coach, and what
Yeah.
a fantastic journey. I remember I was just 12 years old. My parents took me on a bus trip from Austria to Greece,
How
to
wonderful.
Chalkidiki.
Really?
But we were
Great.
in the bus for 2 days. We stood overnight somewhere, back then still Yugoslavia, but it
Okay.
was fantastic. It was really interesting. It was an adventure. You stop somewhere in between, sleep a night in another hotel, in the morning into the
Yeah,
bus,
I bet.
and you drive through the countryside. It's unbelievable, but that's where the journey, where your holiday starts, is as soon as you close your door. So it means if you have to change flights, it's exciting. Come on.
Of course it is, yes. There's no big
I mean, you
rigmarole,
just
really,
came
is
here
it?
in one aeroplane. Ha, I used to. You never know, man.
I've done it both. I suppose it, pays your money, it takes your choice, really. But it's a very good point to say it's the journey that's the important thing. And why not try a different way of travel? Absolutely.
Yeah, Margaret Johnson said, I flew with Agion from Stansted, February 2009 to Athens. Think we had to wait 2 hours there, then flew to Corfu. No problems on both flights. I also had to get back to UK urgently one time, and again flew to Athens, then Heathrow. Again, no problems.
There we go.
See, and
Nicely
there we goes, and
put.
that's how it is. And
Yeah.
that's why it's so viable to have winter tourism on Corfu. And when you have something like Casa Lucia, I mean, it's in paradise.
You certainly are. It is absolutely a wonderful piece of paradise. So restorative. There's a energy here, there's sheer beauty. The aromas, I keep talking about that. It's a very impactful place. At the same time, incredibly relaxing in all sorts of ways.
And motivating,
Well,
inspiring.
Yes. Oh, very inspirational.
And so
Totally,
many things.
yes.
I know. I mean, we get constantly inspired.
I don't want to leave,
it's-
Thomas. I do
I
not want to be
know.
leaving tonight. I absolutely love it.
I
here.
know it's crazy. I would love just to put my tent up here and sleep in the garden. I don't care. It's so great.
It is.
It's so relaxing. It's something completely different.
Very.
And you know what? Shame on us for being so many years here and never came to this place
Well,
before.
I did visit it. I came here
Oh.
in 2016, was it, to visit Marcus, as you've mentioned
Oh
here.
yes, yeah.
I just forgot how to get here again.
It's the
You
same
know
story as
me.
with the secret
Yes,
garden, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
That's
But
another
I'm-
story, Adrian.
Absolutely.
We love to tell about Adrian because when was this? The first time you've been to the secret garden was 2013.
No,
or
before
early.
that.
Before that.
I think probably 208, maybe. either 2.8 or 2.10. It was one of those times.
You love this.
You
love this garden.
Yeah, and I could never find it again. I
know how many years did you try to find it?
A lot. The proprietor there, he always jokes about it, doesn't he?
Thanasis, yeah, he's
great.
He's great.
But that's because it was such an exciting garden. Real touch of the tropicals, I thought. Standing in that place, Secret Garden there, or the Panorama.
Panorama is
That's
great.
The name.
Electra's garden
is
up
door.
and is next door, and then down Panorama Garden. That's the Secret Garden.
Yeah.
And what a garden it is.
Exactly.
You don't find anything like that anywhere else on the world.
You could
definitely
be in the Caribbean there, quite
frankly. Oh, you could be anywhere
absolutely,
right there. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. But so here in central Corfu is Casa Lucia. Equally amazing. Equally something really special going on here.
Oh, no, it's definitely something special going on. Here, John Wright is writing in and saying, almost missed you tonight. Computer problems, but managed to sort it out. I need my Corfu fix.
Great. Thank you, John. Nice to hear from you. One other thing that we've forgotten to mention is that the camera just panned past a building there, which actually is quite a beautiful hall. It's a multi-purpose venue for yoga and lots of other things. But it struck me as being beautiful with some stained glass windows and lots of lovely wooden beams.
Oh, yeah, and this is where they have... they do all their seminars and that stuff in there, no?
Yes. As we said, we're going to look deeper into all of that and hopefully return to do another broadcast in another show.
Oh, now we have to do for sure more things. We have to explore the whole area, what Casa Lucia has to offer. Definitely.
Yes, its ethos, if you like. The ethos of Casa Lucia, which we don't actually know yet, but we hopefully get to know it soon enough.
Yeah, and Elaine writes something interesting. She says, both Thessaloniki and Athens are fantastic to explore, so a split journey could turn into a very nice dual location holiday. That's a good idea, why not?
Excellent idea, and Athens is festooned with wonderful places to see. Hope you check out the fantastic Acropolis Museum. That, of course, should have the remaining Parthenon pieces that are still in the British Museum, but that's another story. But it's also the Agora there that's extremely fascinating. And, of course, who could deny the wonder of the Acropolis? Oh, especially at night, Thomas, that building is so magnificently lit up. Oh, it's a peach.
Yeah, and Armin is saying that relates to you now. I think it's about 4 years and you found the Secret Garden again. But Armin is coming to your rescue and he says, no Corfu holiday is complete without getting lost at least once. Once I agree with.
You're so right, Armin. That's half the fun, isn't it? And you know, back 10 years ago, you'd be lucky to get a good map. I swear they printed some of these maps that were complete jokes. They were all over the place. We used to laugh at people getting lost until I got lost myself. But, you know, let's be honest here. The island is just the right size. You can't really, truly get mega lost, can you?
No, definitely not. But he said, but also finding another hidden gem on the search for the right way. And that's true. How many times did we find something because we got lost?
Absolutely. Good point. Yes.
I mean, you found the Secret Garden again because you got lost again.
Probably, yes. I'm very pleased that I know where it is now. You'll be very pleased to know that.
No Corfu holiday is complete without getting lost at least once. I mean, you're getting lost once a week, mate.
I think it's more than that, actually, once a day. But you're so true, Armin. Nice one. Thank you for sharing.
That's a good one. Thank you so much. But that's the whole adventure we're talking. Is the Adventure Corfu, the road trip through paradise. And if you're not getting lost, then you haven't holidayed proper. So I agree with Armin there too. If you do it right, you at least get lost once there, no question.
He's absolutely right. And can I just give you a quote from the English playwright George Bernard Shaw, who is most famous for writing Pygmalion, of course, but his quote appears on the Casa Lucia website. That's why it's a timely mention now. Mm-hmm. He said, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. And isn't that true? Man. It is a gem of a quote.
That's the thing. That's so true.
He was dead right. I wonder if he ever came and stayed here. Never know.
Oh, you never know. But that's so right. That's spot on.
It is, isn't it?
It describes the whole island. This is,
Absolutely.
No, it's yeah.
Totally.
It's no question. Guys, if you want to know more about this beautiful location, Casa Lucia, go on to the Casa Lucia website. It's www.casa hyphen Lucia-Corfu.com.
Yes, it's an unusual web address with hyphens there, but it's quite easy to remember, I think, that one.
Yeah, see, and another one comes to rescue. Vinny is coming to rescue and said, Val and I go out in the winter to explore and always get lost.
Great stuff,
That's
Vinny.
good.
Nice
You're getting a lot of support with you're getting lost, mate.
Thank you, guys. I do get lost, yeah.
So I'll
tell you what, I found my soul, I found my inner peace living on this beautiful island of Kerkera, or Corfu to you and me. It is just such a magical place. And of course, the Corfu people help to make it so as well.
Yeah. Another question I got in via just said Kerkera. Somebody was asking why Studio Kerkera and not Studio Corfu. Why not Studio Corfu? Because the real name of this beautiful island is Kerkera.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah? It's not Corfu. Corfu is the tourist name for this island.
Yeah, it's got several names.
But Kerkera,
absolutely.
That's the name of this island. You're going to find this in all the scriptures, in all the maps. It's Kerkera, and we would love to promote the name Kerkera so people start using the real name of the island, what makes the locals very, very happy.
Totally agree there, Thomas. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we have to call it what it is. Elaine is saying, I often used to suggest to guests that were worried about getting lost in a hire car to get to the coast and keep going. Eventually, they get back to where they started. That's a good one.
Great logic there, Elaine. Well done. Absolutely right. Can't argue with that one.
And here, David Roseman is writing in, Hi David, thanks for logging in. He said, back in 2005 we bought the Greek army surveyed map of Corfu, and even that was inaccurate.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that, David. This is a good one. You see what I mean? It's great, isn't it?
See, that's how it is here. This is the island of Corfu. Guys, it's so great for you to join. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for commenting here live at our show. It's fantastic. Without you, we couldn't do what we're doing here. It's so great. Thank you, guys.
And it's your digital platform, because we love you posing us questions, or indeed answering our questions, or other viewers' questions. It's a digital platform right across the internet, across the globe. How wonderful and powerful is that?
I know, and people are really getting lost. Anthony's got lost too. He said, we are never in a hurry. Once we wanted to go to Kerkera Town for a shopaholic trip, but never arrived there.
Really?
We found so many lovely places on the way. We hope we will see Kerkera next year.
Oh, that's wonderful. Great story, Anthony. Lovely. Thank you for sharing that.
That's fantastic. But that's all what it is about here on the beautiful island of Corfu. So guys, if you have questions regarding your holiday or your next trip or next holiday here to Corfu, that's where we come into play. You can ask us any questions regarding this beautiful island, and we gonna answer you or try to find the right answer for you. At the moment, the current situation is still unchanged. Yes, we got some COVID cases, but this is all under control. The track and tracing works fantastically. As you know, the Greek government is on the ball there, and they are very, very quick. Another quick announcement I have to make quickly. It came in that with the local rubbish collection at the moment, for the next couple of days, there not gonna be a rubbish collection. So don't flip out, please, and post stupid pictures on Facebook. It has to do with Temploni, the landfill site there. Had a fire a couple of days ago, and they are fixing it now. So they decided for the next 2 days not to collect rubbish. But after that, they start immediately again, and everything gonna be all right. So a little bit of patience we ask of you here.
It's collaboration again, isn't it, Thomas? There, you see.
Totally. This is what it is about.
And it's so important.
There's for everything what happened is an explanation. You just need to take the time and listen to it, and don't judge hastily.
Exactly. Very good
That's the trick. Yeah, that's the trick here on Corfu. But guys, is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I'm just still struck by the tranquility, and there's something in the air here. It really is quite absolutely amazing.
It's brilliant, man.
It is, and it's very stimulating, certainly for artists, I think. Or if you just want to get away from all the hurly-burly, which is sometimes gets too much. Yeah,
I know.
This is the place for you. It really is.
So, guys, the last of our show, I'm going over, and I promised you the beautiful pictures, the photo by Armin Reuter. And he sent us in. If you want to send us your holiday shots, the shots you really like, don't hesitate. Send it to CORFUHOLICS at Kerkera.com. live, and we're gonna show that in the next show. But have a look here. That's a fantastic shot from the Cavalieri Roof Garden Restaurant, and what a view that is, huh?
It is, and so in keeping with our title page of CORFUHOLICS. It's almost makes up the page, doesn't it?
It is. It's a fantastic picture.
Yes,
well done there. But I got another one. Look at that.
Oh, what a
wow! Huh?
That's a real wow picture. Fantastic.
I think this is the
nice one,
sunset. Or is it sunrise? I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. We're in debate. Maybe Armin can tell us the answer on that one. Or indeed, we'd love to hear from any of you who might think, I mean, it could be dawn, but then again, it could be sunset.
Oh, you never know. But look at that. And that's the colors we're talking. That's the inspiration you can carry away.
Exactly.
I mean, it's incredible. Just sitting there, having a little bottle of wine open and enjoy that view. I mean, you can't do any better, can you?
No, not really. It doesn't have to be wine. You could have a
beautiful
wonderful Corfu beer or a Mythos or an Amstel.
Whatever, yeah.
Alpha, I should say, or a Fix.
A
fix of Greek beer, yes.
Armin Reuter, thank you so much for sending the picture. I know you sent more, and I'm going to sort through and I'm going to show a few others, but these pictures are great. Look here, that's the swimming pool that we're going to enjoy in a minute, and here, Casa Lucia. But what the problem is now is, guys, sadly enough, this is all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I mentioned everybody who were writing in with the messages. If I missed anybody, please don't be angry. I write it down and I'm gonna get it into tomorrow's show, of course. But for today, we're gonna finish with a fantastic musical interlay from Christos Kekirias, and it's a great song, and the footage around there is superb. The footage is really nice. You can see the whole of Corfu. But for this evening, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking part. Thank you for the comments and for the emails. So if I forgot something, I really apologize. I get this in tomorrow. But until tomorrow, have a fantastic evening and a Kalenichta from me.
Absolutely, and as always, thank you ever so much for sharing your time, precious time, with us here on CORFUHOLICS. Enjoy the rest of the day wherever you are, and a very good evening to you all.
Όλοι σπάμε μία στάμνα, τη λαμπρή είναι το θαύμα. Σε κατούνια και μουράγια, μία είναι η ομάδα. Αοκέρκυρα φωνάζουν, μες στο λάδι τους πως βγάζουν. Κέρκυρα μου, όμορφη αρχόντισσα μου, με σημαία μία βάρκα, ευλαστήμια για την πλάκα. Κέρκυρα η σπυρίδωνα μου, του πολιτισμού φωλιά μου, σε σαξοφόνο βραγνάδα και ωραία παστιτσάδα. Κούπα το μεθύσι, τσιτσιπίρες και κρασιά. Το χειμώνα ανεργία, καφενεία με χαρτιά. Και ο τουρισμός μορόζος μας φλερτάρει τις ακτές. Οι τουρίστριες κοντέσες μας μοιράζουν αγκαλιές. Τσαντσαμίνι και διαμάντι, σε κερνάω κουμκουά. Σαν τη ρένα έχεις νάζει, σαν τη ρένα τσαχπινιά. βρε να τραγουδά. Και κύρα μου, όμορφη αρχόντισσα μου, με σημαία μία βάρκα και πλαστήμια για την πλάκα.